Less than 19 days to the election, and the question is, are you ready? Good morning, Nigeria, and welcome to another exciting episode of our Obedient Update on ObiDatti Family TV. My name is Jamie the Joy, and with me, King Cam.
Yeah, thank you. Amazing opportunity for every Nigerian to come outside and exercise their franchise. And we're looking forward to that day with big binoculars. Hopefully,
Exactly.
they were going to get the best out of it. And every vote will be given to the right candidate, which is
Exactly.
no other than Mr.
Peter
Peter
Obi.
Obi.
Yeah, talking about Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, our principal. He was present at a rally in Kwara State yesterday, and as usual, it was a mammoth crowd. Where I think we are shaking the political space of the country recently.
It's becoming usual. It's becoming usual for Mr. Peter Obi in every state he goes to right now. When you see the people that turn up, these are not people that come outside because of one or two political benefits that should be accrued to them, or people that believe that it is their turn, or people that will say Emilokon, or people that will say that claim to be unifiers when they cannot even unify homes.
Exactly.
This is a different kind of man. This is a man that the people believe in, the people have high hopes on, a man
Exactly.
that people will go lengths for. Every day on the show here, we'll see people who come out and even tell us how much that they have been given from their own personal resources so that Mr. Peter Obi is at the forefront of this race. Is
Exactly.
make sure that Mr. Peter Obi is the candidate that's been clamored for. Support groups are really supported and not looking for some ways to pocket funds, just like we see in every other party. This is a different dynamic. This is a movement that every Nigerian wants to be part of, that every Nigerian should be part of, because
Exactly.
definitely it's a movement of about less than 20 days. We're speaking 19, 18 days to the election. And the general election is coming, and it's coming faster than we can even imagine.
Yeah, talking about the election, recently we saw a video of the Afenifere leader, the person of Pa Adeboye, Adebayo Adebajo. He said he was giving his opinion concerning the upcoming election, the 2023 election. He said that if you're not voting Peter Obi, forget about Nigeria. Forget about Nigeria. That was what he said.
I won't want to take speech from his mouth, or force more speech into it, but there's a lot left unsaid. These are people who have stayed in Nigeria over time,
Exactly.
who have seen the dynamics, who remain in the political class year after year, day after day. These are men who understand what most of these candidates are bringing to the table.
Exactly.
These are men who have seen them firsthand, worked with them. And for a man of that caliber, of that height, of that impression, to come outside and tell you that Mr. Peter Obi is the candidate for the Labour Party, then you should understand without every doubt that Mr. Peter Obi is the candidate that we need to become our president. He's the one that we need in this country.
Exactly.
If he tells you to forget about Nigeria, that is a very, very implicating statement to make in some cases. But for him to come out and say, oh, you that, he has been measuring it from every angle and he has seen the light. Or just like Babachir Lawal, who also came out to say that he has seen the light, that APC and PDP is darkness.
Exactly.
He has come out to tell you now that he has seen the light. And he doesn't even care what anybody is saying anymore and how people are feeling about this anymore. But he has seen the light, and that light is Mr. Peter Obi. Now, take, for example, what has been happening in states like Kaduna, for example. There's been a shift.
Yeah.
There's been a shift. People who were usually those who will come out and vote according to tribalistic and religious sentiments are no longer in that box.
Exactly.
They have moved ahead to see the real light, and the real light right now is a Nigeria that works for every single person without giving more to the other and less to another.
Exactly.
Every Nigerian is seen as Nigerian. No Nigerian is more Nigerian than the other Nigerian.
Yeah.
And now We're seeing this in our current day Nigeria. Let's take, for example, what is happening in the banking sector of Nigeria right now, where a particular commercial bank has been hoarding millions of new naira notes, and they have people line up every day at their teller points, and they don't even give them anything.
This time around, it's not as if you don't have the money. We have the money. This is the money we have worked for.
True.
Had the money we have sweat for. Now it has gotten to the point whereby you need the need for the money arises. Like
Yes.
you need to make use of that money. You need to get access to that money, and we are all denying. We are all denying access to our own money. This time around, we have the money. It's not as if we don't have the money, but you have to pay to get this money. Looking at the present administration of the country, it is nothing to write about. Now we see Nigeria is said to be a production country where we produce fuel, we produce crude oil, but we don't have access. We don't have access to fuel. You see us. You see Nigerians will queue from one point to another. We can queue from one street to another street just to get access to fuel. And yet, I saw a video not quite long, a Nigerian citizen, he took his bed, his gas, and his pot. He just make the bed, the gas and pot close to the ATM machine. And he slept there. He's cooking there, because I don't understand. This is how far we have gotten to. And now, how did we get here? The question is, how did we get here? Before now, of course, we all know that since 1990, the APC and the PDP, they have been the one piloting the affairs of this country. Now, this is where they have gotten us to.
It's a very sorry story, because I've seen countless of times how Nigerians are protesting, down to the man that got naked in the bank, that's still being talked about everywhere, to the woman who also took off her clothes at the bank, who is in protest because they can't get money to feed their children who are crying and on a daily. And even these banks don't even have stable network to make transfers, so withdrawals could be made. Personally, I know how much I had to pay yesterday to get cash.
Just to get cash.
You pay very ridiculous amount, and we're not even speaking the new naira notes. I'm speaking the old naira notes, which is still not so much though, but which is still in circulation, but much more than the new naira notes that are in circulation.
Exactly.
And this is the problem that we're facing in the country. A country where rules are put in, but they are not followed. A country where you have time and time promises that are unfulfilled.
Exactly.
Time after time, it keeps happening. And Nigerians not ready to take the bull by its horn. And taking the bull by its horn right now doesn't mean you going out to raise placards, or you going out to protest, or you going out to speak or to fight violently.
Taking the bull by the horn, I think taking the bull by the horn is about you using your PVC properly.
Exactly.
You have your PVC, you have your power, you have your opportunity. Your opportunity is your PVC. We are all craving and clamoring for a new Nigeria, a possible Nigeria. Everybody is coming. I am obedient. Peter obedient. See, like Paayo said, if you're not voting Peter Obi, forget about Nigeria, because if at this time, at this present administration, it's nothing to write about. We can't even define ourselves. We don't even know where we are going to. Some of us, we don't even have hope for our next meal. We don't know where our next meal is coming from. We don't even know what to do. And now, what are you thinking of? What are you thinking of? You have your new Nigeria in your hand. Your PVC is your new Nigeria. Your PVC is your possible Nigeria. Then if you're not thinking of using it properly, I don't know what you're thinking of. Exactly.
So it boils down to, I saw something very comic online where, people said we're no longer saying vote your conscience or vote wisely.
Vote Peter Obi.
We're saying vote LP.
Exactly.
Vote Peter Obi.
Exactly.
Because these days, I don't even trust your conscience again. I don't even trust whether you're wise. A lot of people out there are not even displaying the necessary wisdom.
Exactly.
Day after day, you are queuing up, trying to get petrol. You are queuing up, trying to get cash. You are suffering. No money to buy food to eat. You're living in a country that's very unproductive. You're living in a country that we claim that we have crude oil as one of our necessaries for import, for exports and to supply to Nigerians, but yet we see that in scarcity. We don't even see the government encouraging businesses that are supposed to take up that mantle in terms of being able to refine. We have a lot of refineries. Why not? I love something that our principal, Mr. Peter B, said. Why not bring in those so-called illegal refineries and make them legal? Make them legal.
Exactly.
Run partnership with them. Let them pay taxes to the government. Bring them in. You're losing a lot of money to these people. Why not bring them in and do the necessary? Why not bring them in and make sure that they are working for the government? Why the government gets tax being paid? You're not refining your oil, you take crude oil, you export. And then you end up buying back refined petrol from them. That is the kind of country that we live in. That's the kind of country that we are suffering from. This is becoming something to stand up and shout about. But yet, the way we should shout, the way our voices will be heard, is with our PVC. Consciousness during the time of election is one of the things that we'll be preaching right here on the show immediately we get back from this break. So please keep it right here on ObiDatti Family Television. When we return, we'll be discussing extensively on more updates on the campaign train. Don't go anywhere.
His visionary leadership brought unprecedented transformation to the local government in Anambra State. He made provision for 1.2 billion naira credit facilities to farmers in the state and cleared a 20 million naira debt owed banks as a result of the 2012 flood devastation. Peter Obi's administration purchased 90 buses and taxis for Anis Mass Transit Company. He adopted the best practice in waste disposal and provided over 300 million naira worth of waste evacuation trucks. The Debt Management Office rated Anambra as the least indebted state in Nigeria. Mr. Peter Obi handed 75 billion naira to his successor, Mr. Willie Obiano. The credibility and reputation of Peter Obi as a competent visionary leader in public service governance and management of state resources remains undisputable.
Be that they vote for, they'll go vote for another person. So what will they try do now? They try teach people, show people say now the logo be this. So that the way you want vote, when you reach there, you will see one will be umbrella, not be for Peter Obi. You'll see one will be broom, not be for Peter Obi. Now this one will Papa, Mama, Pikin, Day, and that will be Peter Obi. So when you want vote, you come press that ink they'll put for your hand. You come put her for where this picture they so now you go put her. That's why you take vote for Peter Obi. So if you see Labour Party logo now, you know what they are.
I don't know because of this.
And the picture of so on the day of the election, you put your hand for where that picture, you make enough process and that person.
So how can you do this? How can you prevent election rigging at your polling unit on election day? We share a few tips with you. So one, show up early at your polling unit on election day. If you show up early, it's one way to stop election rigging because it gives you an opportunity to observe every activity at your polling unit. Now, this will enable you cross-check the following sensitive materials. You've got to shine your eyes and ensure that these materials are available at your polling unit. One is the ballot papers, two, result sheets, three, the BVAS device. Now, before accreditation and voting begins, ensure you verify that the BVAS has 0 figure for accreditation. Next, after accreditation and voting, remain at the polling unit to watch the process until ballot papers are counted. Closely monitor the ballot counting process and ensure the results are recorded on the original form, and it's the form EC8A for the polling unit. Then you need to ensure the INEC official takes a photo of the authentic results for that polling unit using the BVAS only. Only the BVAS should be used to take image of the result sheet. Now, once the photo of the result sheet is taken, closely watch to ensure the INEC official uploads the results on the INEC election results viewing portal using the BVAS. Now, where there is no network to transmit the results at the polling unit, we encourage you to accompany the INEC official with the BVAS to any location with network and verify the result is transmitted electronically. Lastly, you request that the INEC official post the polling unit's results at the polling unit using the form EC60E. Every polling official is required to post the results of that polling unit at the polling unit. If possible, after all this, you can accompany the INEC officials and the electoral materials to the ward collation center to monitor the ward level collation of results within your particular ward. And please feel free to take pictures and videos of activities at the polling units because the law provides that you can, whether party agents take video recordings of political activities. And we encourage you, you can share.
Welcome back to ObiDatti Television, ObiDatti Family Television, right here on ObiDatti Updates. And my name is King Kamsi, and I'm still here with Joy Jimide. So quickly right now that we're back, we'll be speaking with the state coordinator in Sokoto State for Up North Ambassadors, who is one of the coordinators of that NGO that has been pushing for Mr. Peter Obi and been mobilizing in terms of the grassroots for Mr. Peter Obi. And the state coordinator for Sokoto State is right here with us, Mr. Agabi Onda Yusuf. Are you there, Mr. Yusuf?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, it's wonderful to have you right here on the ObiDatti Update show on ObiDatti Family Television. So quickly, we want to speak with you because we've seen so much work that the Up North Ambassadors has been doing for Mr. Peter Obi Up North. And I just want to start with a direct question. Why have you chosen to support Mr. Peter Obi?
I believe that a better Nigeria is possible. And I saw that Peter Obi bears some characteristics that I have always visualized as a leader should have. I had my dreams of a leader, and if I am a leader, other things will be a me. So I saw a leader who is readily bringing my future to the present. So I had to key in and put all my best to see that he succeeds. That's it.
Okay, definitely, that is one part of it, but also we've also seen Atlanta what Up North Ambassadors as a support group has been doing for Mr. Peter will be in different places. But you being the Sokoto State coordinator, I want you to enlighten us more on some of the things that has been done, to push the Mr. Peter Obi movement, and also the Labour Party, because on that day, definitely we won't be seeing just the name. They are going to be seeing the party logo. They won't be seeing the name, rather. They'll be seeing just the party logo. So what have you done, or what has been done in Sokoto State to push Mr. Peter Obi's ambition forward there?
Thanks for that question. As long as Up North Ambassadors is concerned, I believe that very little is said compared to what is done in Up North Ambassadors, especially Sokoto State. Double tasking my work and coordinating this movement hasn't been that easy, quite true. And if you look at my eyes very well, you see stress. But I believe we cannot stop now and we cannot rest now. So we have to press. And I appreciate Mr. Chigozie. Honestly, he's one person that give me reason to stand with the Up North Ambassadors because he's this man that bears humility to the core. He listens, he accepts correction from the start. And then I just believe Up North Ambassadors is the goal. It's just the platform I should work with. I had over, if I'm not mistaken, 14 requests from support groups to coordinate for them in Sokoto State. I don't know who is recommending me to them, but I checked around them and gave Up North Ambassadors a try, and I saw that it's worth it. And to the best I can, I made sure I gave them the full support, even with my resources. Give the credit to them because I believe when somebody is capable of putting forth strength to actualize a dream, especially in a matter of national interest, I believe everybody should sacrifice whatever they have, even it means paying the ultimate price to make sure that that is achieved. And Up North Ambassadors, let me start before narrowing it down to Sokoto State. Up North Ambassadors took a humanitarian perspective by helping people. Like I can't mention, or like I said earlier on, much is being done than said in Up North Ambassadors. I can't say much, but personally, I am a philanthropist where I am. I organize many programs to train youths on entrepreneurship with my personal resources without sponsorship from anywhere. I mean, nowhere. I go to campus, get 20 or 40 students, teach them a trade, and then give them coaching on how to establish a venture. And it has been successful so far. So, seeing Up North, I believe that even after the election, with Up North Ambassadors, we can have a larger platform to make this a reality. It hurts me so much when I see youths on the streets doing nothing. I feel so bitter, and having a first-hand experience, I don't judge anybody. I believe most times it's capital based. The problems are capital based. Some people have ideas without capital. Some don't have the skill of more of capital. And since I have all this knowledge, I believe Up North Ambassadors will bring me to that place that I can impact millions before I leave the earth. That is one of the goals. And in Sokoto State, I have spread the ObiDatti message. Yesterday, I was speaking with one Mr. Mike, I said, if I can have up to 10 people in Sokoto State doing at average what I am doing, Peter Obi will win even the gubernatorial in Sokoto. I mean it, and I know. You can look me up on DJ7 on Twitter. See the works I'm doing. That's not up to 50% of the things I'm doing. Sometimes I can go to a village and my phone off, and I'm not able to cover videos, or I may be in the middle of a speech and nobody to cover me. All those things are. There's come to a point where the people who I have been impacting over the years, I never knew the importance of the things I was doing until now. When, excuse me, I'm in a meeting. Thank you. I never knew the importance I was doing then until now, because it became an easy goal for me when I reach out to young guys around and say, hey, I am obedient. Some of them just see it on my status, say, Oga, anywhere you're supporting is where we're supporting. And you just find people canvassing for votes for me on their own. And currently, the status we are in, the villagers have accepted me so much that they on their own go get people, talk to people, and then they invite me to come and address them and give them the reason why they should vote Pew. That's what is happening recently. And even this week, within the weekend till now, I have been sick. So I wasn't able to go out. I only went to visit one group, which I have given them my word, and I didn't want to turn down. I plan on continuing today. And there's this TV project that Up North Ambassadors were doing. I remember we had small issues on our WhatsApp group when they said Sokoto is not updating. I told them, hey, I'm a strategist. We are launching straight 15 days streak of that TV project in Sokoto State. We didn't, we want to keep people in suspense and open this page. God has helped us, and it has been a success as long as I am concerned. Sokoto State have a quality number of votes, courtesy of Peter Obi. Thank God we are on Zoom, not on Twitter. I will say something that is happening. Why I will say the only support group, and I can boldly for people in Sokoto State is Up North Ambassadors. Because I have gone around other support groups and I discovered that they just gather clips and snap pictures and send, and they say they are working. And it embitters me, it hurts me, and I decided to join the coalition for support policy of the results I have given out. I am made an executive there. So when we meet in this executive meeting with other leaders of support groups, I blast them.
Okay, Mr. Yusuf, Mr. Yusuf, I think there's a little problem with your network, so we're not we're losing you at some point and getting back. But let's just wrap up because we're almost out of time. I just want to ask on a final note, because of time and the network lapse, just on a final note, the elections are less than 20 days away. What are the actions that you'll be taking there in Sokoto State? Oh, okay. I think we've lost that connection totally because we're trying to reach him via Zoom, and maybe the network receptionist area is not so great. Okay, but we'll be right back. Let's just go on a quick break, and when we get back, we'll be wrapping up the show. ObiDatti updates for today. Please don't go anywhere. Stay with us.
Oh, this is my message to the Nigerian youths. I am glad that we have this great opportunity to discuss about the future of this country, Nigeria. Nigeria belongs to all of us, but to the youths most especially. I am super proud of what the youths have done, the realization that indeed the power lies with the youth. Indeed, successive governments and leadership have failed the youth. They've dismissed their capacity, the creativity, innovation. And this is why we are where we were. I am here to speak to you that not only am I proud of you, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, is super proud of you. We are proud of the movement you're leading and all the sacrifices being made for a better Nigeria. I can tell you, Peter Obi means well for Nigerian youths. He will run a youth-inclusive government and purposeful leadership that will usher in a new dawn for generations to come. Job issues, unemployment, and indeed all the other hazards that we face as a younger generation, I believe will be a thing of the past, at least reduced significantly. I'm here to remind you that we are the last lap of this race when we all need to come to the consciousness that the effort we're going to put in the next coming weeks can change our trajectory completely and positively. So I want to urge you, do what you can to keep on the fight until a better Nigeria is achieved. You need to make sure that you realize again that you're actually the one running for presidency, just using Peter Obi and Datti Baba Ahmed as symbol. We are coming for a better Nigeria. This is time to vote for Labour Party. The logo is Papa, Mama, Pikin, or LP. On that day, come out in mass, show your energy, show your creativity, do everything you need to do positively to make sure your votes count. That means wait until the end. I am thankful to God for what the Nigerian youths are doing. God bless you all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for keeping it right here on ObiDatti Family Television, right here program ObiDatti Updates. And it's been King Kamsi and Joy all along doing the wonderful ride on this show. We had the state coordinator of Secretary of State, Up North Ambassadors, the group, the support group Up North Ambassadors. He was here with us earlier, but the network was a little bit, sketchy, so we couldn't get all the details. But most likely he's going to be with us tomorrow, and we'll be discussing matters as it concerns Nigerians. Okay, so quickly, we just want to say to everybody who is in Abuja, please do well to, make it to the book presentation of Mr. Peter Obi. There's a book written on Mr. Peter Obi, Many Voices, One Perspective. That's the title of the book, Peter Obi, Many Voices, One Perspective. That book, there's going to have a presentation of the book today at Abuja, just at Ibeto Hotel in Apo, Abuja. Ibeto Hotel in Apo, Abuja at 2 p.m. today. Please make sure, if you're available and you're in Abuja, you can make your way to that venue and definitely join in the discussion and the conversation that they'll be having. There's going to be a very insightful one. Looking at the title of the book, I'm already eager to read and know the content of that wonderful book. So Joy,
Yeah.
it's always amazing having you at my left hand.
Thank
side
you.
while doing this on the ObiDatti updates.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's end it on this note.
Yeah.
But please, if you're a support group and you're doing so well, you're reaching out to people and you want us to, have a discussion with you right here on ObiDatti Family Television, all you need to do is to reach out to us on any of our social media platforms at ObiDatti Family TV, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. It is that way, ObiDatti Family TV. And you can reach out to us on WhatsApp as well. Our WhatsApp number is showing right there on the screen. All you need to do is just write to